Welcome to another episode of Going Hot. Today we'll be looking at the Sig P220 and Sig Elite Ammunition. Going hot! This is the ammo we're looking at today on Going Hot. Elite Performance Ammunition Sig Sauer 10mm jacketed hollow point. The Sig V Crown, and here it is. We'll let you see that thing before we actually shoot it into that defenseless rutabaga. This is the rutabaga in question today. And so yeah, one leg at a time, I guess. We'll see if we can get him clad in his blue jeans and get him set up. Putting it into this rutabaga, 2 layers of blue jean, and we've got 7 water bottles behind there to slow it down to see if we can capture that bullet to see on the expansion. So there you go. Let's get down and get to work going hot. Well, went through 1, went through 2, 3, and it ended up in the 3rd one. I was really anticipating something a little more dramatic than that. Let's get a look at the bullet and see what we got there. Well, there you go too. We got a separation, which I guess there's 2 schools of thought on that. Personally, I'd like to see it not separate, but I can see some argument to just causing more damage on the separation. But other than that, it mushroomed again as advertised. Well, here we are back in the shop with our Sig P220 Hunter 10mm. I love this gun. And the ammunition in question, the Elite Performance. We'll let you see that. The Elite Performance by Sig Sauer. This is the Sig V Crown hollow point, 180 grain. And let's see what it says on here. 180 grain V Crown jacketed hollow point. At the muzzle, we're coming out at 1,250 feet per second. I want you to remember this because I want to do a little sidebar here at the end of this. We'll let you see the information there. See what I got. Here's the blue jean material in question, and you'll see the entry hole, and here's the exit hole on that one. Yeah, it was kind of a dramatic exit for that rutabaga. Yeah, it's probably that's the most damage on the exit of any we've had so far on this show. And here's the bullet in question, how it came out of that water jug. And you'll remember it was lodged inside of the water jug, the 3rd water jug. So it went through the first 2 and was stopped by the 3rd. It measured 6/8 of an inch. So it's slightly smaller than that 45 the other day was upon expansion. You'll notice though, again, we have a pedal affair. You can really see how it kind of pedals in the mushrooming. It doesn't have that mushroom head without V's in it. It's got the pedaling from the V's a little more than the Hornady 45 we shot the other day. I got out because I referred to that last time, how it kind of mushroomed and you didn't see the pedal effect so much. Now the copper jacket pedaled off here, and you have that pedaling effect, but you'll see it's pretty much round without the V's on the top of that expansion. This one was slightly larger at 3/4 of an inch. Now the Hornady, we're going to get into that. I guess we'll put that aside. I want to talk about that briefly, but I wanted to show you what I'm talking about on the mushrooming without the pedaling. Yeah, it still pedals, but you don't have that V effect so much on the top. More of a mushroom head. This one lost the jacket, which I'd like to see the bullet stay intact because you're losing the weight of that bullet. Some of the weight's getting at some point discarded here. like to have the bullet hang together. I think that's my feelings, but I don't know that it makes that much difference that it lost its jacket, but just wanted to note that it did lose its jacket. Now over to what I was talking about here. Kind of interesting for everybody. It's and I'm a big fan of a 10mm. This is the Hornady Custom 45. I think I got the name right this time. Custom 45 Auto Plus P XTP bullet, and it's a jacketed hollow point. So you've got a heavier bullet. You know what Jack always says, if you're going to throw a rock, throw the heaviest one you can. You got a heavier bullet at 230 grain versus this 10mm, which is 180 grain. And it expanded to a larger size. Obviously, it started out a larger size. It expanded to a larger size than the 10mm did. Traveling here, the 45 is at 950 feet per second, where if you remember, this Elite Performance Sig Sauer ammunition was coming out at 1,250 feet per second at the muzzle versus the 950 feet at the muzzle here. I'll show you that. So, yep. No, I'm not. So got it right there. I'll show you both of them. You can freeze frame and look at that if I get them both on there. So, just want to briefly touch on that because it is a plus P45, but still only traveling at 950 feet. So it's not like it's breaking that sound barrier. But here are the two bullets in question side by side. And it penetrated the identical amount as this one, the 10mm did. So for my usage, yeah, I guess I'd rather carry my 45 than the 10mm. At least with these two rounds. So I just thought I'd show you that because for some of the people are a little too excited, I think, about the 10mm, but I'm a big fan about the 10mm. You get a plus P45 and you're getting some good results. And if you got a old 45 to use and you're thinking about the 10mm, well, maybe just get yourself some plus P Hornady 230 grain ammo for that 45 and you won't be too far behind the 10mm. Now there you go, guys. There's our Sig 220 shoot for the day with the Sig Elite Performance ammunition. And to get down to the nitty-gritty, we're really just looking at expansion on Going Hot, and it certainly did what it said it was gonna. It expanded nicely. I wish the jacket would have stayed intact on the thing and expanded the identical way instead of shredding and being discarded as it was. But yeah, there we go. We have that. Still, I'm sure it would get the job done. Thanks for tuning in this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Going Hot. Till next time, from Mr. Holster and Jack, go out and stay safe. Here's the entrance wound, and here's the exit. And here's what's left of Mr. Rutabaga. Kind of a half-assed affair.